Hello, everyone. I just wanted to share a quick resource that I have found to be really helpful, and I wanted to share one of the recent blog posts from this resource. So it's the the St. Michael Center for Spiritual Renewal, and the website is CatholicExorcism.org. And so I had subscribed to this blog a while back because I don't even know how I came across it, honestly, but I found it to be fascinating and insightful. And I view exorcists as really the intel arm of the church militant, so to speak. They really gather all the good intel about what the enemy is doing. And so I had ended up subscribing to this, and then the exorcist, who is Monsignor Rossetti, started doing monthly online virtual free deliverance sessions, and I would highly, highly recommend them. So I've done 2 now, and each time I have felt like it was a deep cleaning for my soul. So I mean, you know how you deep clean your house and you get, on top of the refrigerator and bleach the refrigerator and things that you don't do in your normal everyday weekly cleaning. It's like that, but for your soul. It's really, truly amazing. I've had many, many graces associated with it. And as you can tell, I'm feeling better miraculously, right? So I was sick last week, following some really diabolical just attacks that I was experiencing. I believe they were in retaliation for giving out some sacramentals, some exorcise salts from Father Ritberger, blessed in the old rite. Pretty interesting. So I was it was just good timing that this deliverance session happened to be like right when I needed it. But he does them every month. And so next month it'll be on April 26th. But you can watch them, I believe under resources, and yes, under resources and then online deliverance sessions. And they're about an hour long. But you can enter your email and subscribe. I guess maybe he didn't post it on there yet. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not logged into it or something like that. But I'll also post the YouTube link I had for last night's session. I'll post that in the description below. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, it says no upcoming events, so maybe they just didn't put it on there yet. But he also has this really fascinating blog, and as you can see, he has a book. I do not have the book. I would like to get it, but I am trying to get caught up on some reading because I'm guilty of biting off more than I can chew in the book department. So I have a bunch of books that are sitting here unfinished that I'm trying to get to before I buy any new ones. But I do want to buy it. And so this is him, Monsignor Rossetti. He's an exorcist. He uses the relics during these deliverance sessions of Padre Pio, my Padre, who I love, and St. Gemma Galgani. Her relic is actually on the back of his crucifix. And yes, so March 28th. Oh, and there's also an app that you can download. And I did have the app on my old phone. So I guess I have to download that again. But here's one blog post. This doesn't have anything to do with demons, but most of his blog posts do have to do with demons. This one does not. But I found it interesting because this was posted 3 days ago, and it's called the Virgin of Vladimir, and it's short, so I'm just going to go through it and read it. But this is the icon that he's talking about. And he says the following: "The icon of Mary I have is not particularly attractive, at least on the surface. It is dark, and the look on Mary's face is somber, almost unhappy. I was given the icon years ago, and I was going to discard it, but then I felt I shouldn't let it go. So I kept it. Over the years, I have prayed with it daily, as it sits next to the tabernacle. Now, when I am on the road, I miss the icon. If I am gone for a long trip, I will sometimes wrap it up and take it with me. My connection with it has become strong. 2 weeks after the invasion of the Ukraine, I had an inspiration to look at the back of the icon more closely and to investigate its roots. The inscription identifies it as Virgin of Vladimir. I looked it up and found that it is likely a 12th century Byzantine icon that was gifted to the city of Kiev in the Ukraine and then housed in the city of Vladimir in the Ukraine before it was eventually transferred and resides today in Moscow. There have been many miracles attributed to the icon. Why have I been praying before the Virgin of the Ukraine for years? It is also interesting that one of our most difficult cases has involved a young Ukrainian woman. Most recently, she has been almost completely liberated. I have been impressed with her courage and strength. Even the demons said they are surprised she is still alive. She is a strong woman. Does the liberation of one Ukrainian modestly contribute in some way to the spiritual liberation of a nation? And then, before the war erupted, I was privileged to meet Michael Brown, the founder of Spirit Daily. He spoke to me of his Ukrainian friend, Joseph Terela, who was tortured for decades by the communists for his support of Ukrainian nationalism and his ardent Catholic faith, yet never yielded. He was reportedly favored with several Marian apparitions, and Michael Brown's book Witness about his life is a must-read. It gives a sense of the spiritual importance of the Ukraine in the role of Our Lady. It is interesting that Mariupol, the epicenter of recent humanitarian atrocities, actually means City of Mary. I do not know what all this means, but I am convinced of three things. 1. The war in the Ukraine has immense spiritual significance. 2. The faith and strength of the men and women of the Ukraine are astounding. 3. Our Lady is involved intensely with all that is going on, and her Immaculate Heart will triumph. For my part, I continue to pray before the icon of the Virgin of Vladimir. I join in Our Lady's urgent request to pray for peace. I have a strong hope that the days are rapidly coming when Satan and the forces of evil will be definitively crushed under Our Lady's heel. Genesis 3:15. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that because he's the real deal. I mean, when he is praying these deliverance prayers, you just have to experience it for yourself. And he's just the real deal. I don't know how else to say it. And I can't imagine what he's like in person because this is, virtual through a live stream kind of session. And he prays one 5-minute prayer in Latin, and it's just so, I don't have words to express it. It's like a deep cleaning of your soul. It's just amazing. So if you're struggling with anything, or even if you're not struggling with anything, we live in such a world that is so saturated with heresies and with the occult and the new age and everything that we can all benefit from some healing and deliverance. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you take the time to support his ministry. It's very beneficial. And again, I'll post a link to his last night's deliverance session below. And he does say that, if you can't attend it live, you'll still have some graces just from watching it after the fact and praying. And so when I pray, just to give you a heads up what I do it on my knees, and I light my holy candles and I use holy water. And then afterwards, I will use some holy oil just to kind of seal myself. After the cleansing, the oil. So mostly oil is used for healing. So after a cleansing or, getting stuff out, even on a natural level, oil can be kind of a balm to heal. And so I think it works the same with the spiritual world, although I've never heard that anybody say that. It's just kind of my own intuition. And so I wanted to share that, and I hope it helps some people. I really try to push these deliverance sessions, and I know a majority of the people around me aren't all that interested, so I figured the YouTube world will definitely be interested because the people that I follow and who follow me are just awesome individuals. So, all right, that's it. Have a good night, everyone. Joan of Arc Media out.